Well, hello there. I am back. Happy Thursday. I'm starting to sound a little bit more like myself, but, not 100%. We'll get there. We'll get there. My voice doesn't get a lot of rest throughout the week, so it's been a rough one. Anyway, thanks for giving me a little bit of time to get better. I'm hoping to hit the ground running from here on out, though. So, hope you guys have had an amazing week so far. We're going to get into Glitterandlazers, okay? She is flaring right now, much like my vocal cords. We're bonding. And that's not funny. It's not funny. Autoimmune disorders should be taken very seriously because they're very hard to deal with. But our girl seems to not be able to take any kind of help from anyone. So let's get into it. The other day, what is this, 2 days ago now? And I know everybody and their brother has covered this, but today I'm going to cover it. She says in her Instagram story, God. Oh, okay. Restart. Here we go. Take a deep breath. Woke up in a flare. Here's what that looks like for me today. In the last 24 hours, I've gained 15 pounds of inflammation. My joints hurt and I have a full body ache. I'm exhausted and feel generally weak. My skin, eyes, and lips are super dry, like the water has been sucked out. I can't put thoughts together. My stomach is fighting a war I can't win. All right, so that sounds terrible. That sounds absolutely horrible. Now, what could have caused this flare? Do any of us know? No, we don't. We don't know. Okay. Glitter probably doesn't even know. All right. And here's the point I'm getting at. Everybody wants to say it's the food, it's the workouts, it's this, it's great. We can all speculate, right? The problem that is here that I see is not determining what caused the flare. We all know she's doing too much. We know because we all have our own life experiences. There are many people in the world who suffer with autoimmune disorders. There are tons of people who have lipedema, tons of people who have Hashimoto's, tons of people who have all the things that Anna has. She is not some super special, highly unique unicorn that's covered in glitter and shoots rainbows at her butthole. She is none of those things. She is a human being like the rest of us who has issues, okay? Do we all have the same issues? No. But there's a lot of people suffering in the ways that Anna suffers. So when said people see her suffering on her very public YouTube platform, people want to help. Anna, you create a platform where people want to relate to you. You say, look at me, I'm a basic pumpkin spice girl just like you. Look at me, I'm fat and I can be happy just like you. You spend your entire career creating a safe place where people can connect with you, people can relate to you, people can be like you, people can be influenced by you, people buy the things you buy, people do the things you do, people dress the way you dress. But when it comes to your struggles, they're not allowed to chime in to help you. That's not how this works, Anna. It's really not. This is not how this works. When you create an environment where people feel like their input is valid, but then as soon as you have an issue, you shut out their input, that's fine. You can set that boundary. But when you're an influencer like this who shares everything about their life, well, most things about their life, and tries to curate this perfect, happy highlight reel, when the highlight reel breaks, they want to fix it. They want to help you fix it. They want to do what you've done for them for you. Does that make sense? Are we keeping up? Are we taking notes? So if you're going to share your struggles, be prepared to take information in when you struggle. Be prepared for the people who like you and follow you to say, this might be what's wrong. I actually had someone reach out to me in an email. I'm not going to share the email because I did not ask if I could. I'm just going to talk very vaguely about it. It all comes down to they shared with Anna that they suffer from some of the same issues, and they made a suggestion about what she could try. She responded with a very cookie cutter answer that just a little smug. Was it cruel? No, but very like, I'm me, you are you don't know me. But Anna, you want people to relate to you. You want the people to feel like they know you. You want your audience to connect and relate to you. So when they want to help do the same for you, you just push them to the side. You're showcasing your struggles in your Instagram stories, but you want no input back. What? If you don't want input about it, don't put it out there. Simple. It's so simple. It is so simple. We know what caused her issue. She does too much, right? When you have a body that is triggered by certain things, don't do those things or do them slower. Anna, because you say you're a runner, you don't have to automatically run a marathon. You can just jog, right? Or you can walk. When you say you want to hike mountains, you don't have to hike the highest mountain and go 10 miles. You can do short hikes, turn around. You can start small. When you say you want to be strong, you don't have to train for strong women. You can go lift some weights and learn like the rest of us. She has to be the best. She has to be the most special. She has to be the shiniest, the glitteriest. Is that even a word? She has to be the best at everything. But when she struggles, her struggles are also the most unique struggles, the most important struggles, the most, terrible struggles. But we can't say shit about it. We absolutely cannot say anything. You cannot tell Anna anything. She's always right. She's always the best. But then she'll try to be relatable and be like, I'm not the best. I'm not the greatest. Ah. But then when you tell her that, no. Only she can tell herself that. It's wild. It's wild how she wants to have both sides, right? She wants to have her cake and eat it too. Anyway, next one. It was followed up by this. Here's what I'm doing so I can get back to the things I love. Full body compression. That was already part of your plan. Okay. Should be already doing that. Emergency meds. You should already be taking your meds. I don't know what emergency meds means, but I don't know. That's weird. Bed rest with regular light movement throughout the day. You should already be resting when your body needs it. You should already be doing light movement throughout the day. You're not a marathon runner. You're not a mountain climber. You're not a strong woman yet. You're still learning. You're not those things yet just because you posted on your YouTube channel one time. Okay? Are you a strong woman? Yes. Are you a strong woman competitor? No. You're a long ways out. Stop claiming that. Making sure to properly nourish my body. You should already be doing that. That's like, I'm pretty sure when you left Dr. Amaron's facility that you were told what a good diet looked like. I know a lot of people don't think that Amaron cares about, the aftermath. He just wanted the paycheck. But knowing someone who went through his program personally, I know you're not sticking to the program, Anna. We know. Feed your body right. It's really pretty simple to eat a healthy diet. Especially when you don't have a lot of the pressures that most other people do. Okay. Lots of water and electrolytes. You should already be drinking water, Anna. Why do you have to remind yourself on flare days to drink water? Also, already part of the plan, right? A healthy diet includes good hydration. Why is that part of this emergency plan? I have no clue. Lymphopress morning and night. That one I'm not going to comment on. I don't know enough about that, but I feel like that's something that should be kept up with regularly rather than only when the shit hits the fan. Also, your shoes, they don't fit you. Your feet are being squeezed. Okay. The ankle support, none. Look how blown out those ankles are. You need more support in your ankles. I'm just going to tell you right now. Your side to side is probably trash. More ankle support. Anyway, on to the next one. Up next, I've had a few DMs, so in an attempt to get more answers to more people, here's some info to clarify my previous story. I have several autoimmune conditions which are likely causing of this flare. When you have co-conditions, it's hard to pinpoint which one is causing the problem, so my treatment plan was designed for what my body responds to best. That's fine, but we've already said your treatment plan includes a lot of things you should be doing regularly anyway. So I'm not sure why implementing those is the flare response. It should be the everyday response, right? Lymphedema and autoimmune disorders are an everyday issue, not just when Anna feels like it. Okay? If you're experiencing something similar, the best person to ask about it is your doctor. Getting to this point took time and trial and error with my medical team. This is definitely not something I am capable of advising anyone on. If you don't feel supported in your current treatment plan, don't live with it. Tell your doctor. Also, if you don't like your doctor or don't feel they listen to you, get a new doctor. You deserve to feel supported in your medical care. Now, I believe that this is trial and error? Not really, because it seems like she falls back to this plan of care every time. This is not different from what we've heard like right after surgery or even pre-surgery, some of this stuff. Like, again, this is everyday stuff. This is stuff you should be doing almost every day, minus like the emergency meds and maybe not Lymphopress daily, but this was already in your plan. Drink some fucking water, eat the right food, move lightly, stay active within reason, keep moving, and take care of yourself. Get some rest. That's daily, Anna. That's not just right now. It just floors me that she thinks we're not going to catch these little details. Drink some fucking water, Anna. I know that's not going to fix it, but when you have to like list out, drink my water, what? Water's daily. Water's not like I'm flaring. Get the water. Get the hose, big boy. I'm flaring today. That's not what it is. It's odd to me. This is odd. All right, on to the next one. Oh, this is a long one. Wow. Let me get a little witch's brew here. Okay. Hold on. I need some hydration. Ooh, she crisp. I got a tiny can today. Witch's brew flavored with other natural flavors. Yeah, I'm sure. Just the can with the frog, the apple, the cauldron, the spider webs, the bubbles, bubble, toilet, whatever that is. Something hocus pocus. I don't know. Whatever. Drinking it. I'm sorry if you heard me swallow. Oh, God. I didn't even think of that. Okay. Whew. Buckle up. All right. Also, it's not helpful to tell me or anyone that lifting weights physical activity caused a flare. Well, it could. It could. And if you don't like hearing that, you're probably going to have to get over it because people are going to keep saying it because you're doing too much. There is nothing wrong with a, less intense workout plan. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. You don't have to go straight from I lift 5-pound dumbbells to I'm a strong woman. There is some middle ground there. Triggers are extremely individual. See, she's super special and usually are inconsistent unless it's literally the cause of the condition. For example, wheat and celiacs. Fair. Fear doesn't help people live with these conditions. It keeps them trapped. For me, lifting and physical activity have been the greatest stabilizers for managing my health. It's helped limit my stress, which is a big reason I'm flaring less. I can believe that. Many people with autoimmune conditions and lipedema benefit significantly from physical activity and weightlifting. They do, but they're not doing strong woman competitions, okay? They're not running around with yokes on their back, okay? They're just not. Remember, you can't even do a body weight split squat. So when are we going to start doing, the big lifts? It's going to be a little bit. Okay, I lost my spot. Look at me. Joke's on me. It makes me sad that people might avoid being active in a way that helps them because of one person's experience. It's not one, it's many. Many people, including doctors, say that, strong woman training is not for people with lipedema and autoimmune disorders. But who are we? Again, they're just doctors. They're just researchers. Who are they, right? Who are they? Living with a chronic illness is a lot of trial and error. True. To find what works and doesn't work for you. Also, sometimes those choices can come with a trade-off or extra care responsibilities. That is very true. I don't think you should live your life in fear. I think you should try things, but it doesn't have to be the most extreme thing, Anna. Again, there's a middle ground. You don't have to go straight to the most extreme thing. Ease into it, okay? Ease in. Okay, this gets even more complex when you consider many people have other medical conditions which then further alter how the body will respond to things. Yes, we have bodies, which are also ourselves. We are in our body. We are our body. They are not two separate entities. I want to remind you of that. Okay. For the record, my entire medical team follows me on social media. That's fucking weird. Trust me, if they were worried, I'd know. Yeah, I'm sure the woman who doesn't like to be told she's wrong has people telling her she's wrong in her life. And they're still around. The only people in Anne's life are people that tell her yes. Just FYI. Actually, we've been shocked how well I'm managing things and how much things have improved. Oh, yeah. Totally, yes. Okay. The guy who cut your bat wings off is definitely shocked. He's keeping up with every second. He ran as soon as he was done. Okay, in short, robbing someone of that process of trial and error will limit them in ways they may not need to be limited. Trust your body and pay attention to what does and does not make it thrive. You are worth the work required to live your life as fully a life as possible. Sorry, I struggled through that last sentence. Yeah, you can do whatever. Do what you got to do, Anna. But when you share it on a public platform to people who have formed some kind of parasocial relationship with you and they care about you, they are going to push back. They are going to say, don't do that. We care about you. Don't do that. You might be hurting yourself. Don't do that. This is how I fixed it. How come you're allowed to put out all this information about you, but no one else can share about themselves? Because it doesn't fit your narrative? Like, look at that girl, Sarah Whitlow, who didn't have to have surgery and managed her lipedema. Is it easy? Hell no, but she did it. Why can't people talk about that? Why can't people show you that? Why can't you address that? Why can't you even say, oh yeah, there are people who can manage it without surgery? Totally. Because it's not your narrative, right? You can't say that. You can't say that other people do things other ways. It's only Anna's way. No one else can put input in, right? I should have reworded that. No one else can have input. It's only Anna. Anna's narrative or nothing. Next one. Ooh, I like the background of this one. I like the jewels. Are those the jewels that you put on your denim jacket? Kind of looks like it. Anyway, for the record, I am pretty sure this flare is caused by hormones. I think she was by hormones, lack of sleep, stress, and weird weather, all which have been consistent agitators for me across my journey. Yeah, obviously hormones play a huge factor. You know what else influences hormones? Excess weight on your body. Fat, full of estrogen, fucks with your hormones. You know what else heavily influences hormones? Food. Yeah. Highly sugary processed drinks. Yeah, all agitators. Anyway, I've also been doing a lot more than I've ever done, and it's probably my body also reminding me to slow down and rest more. Yeah. Ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. Doesn't mean you can't do things. It means you need to do them differently, at a different pace, a little slower progression. Doesn't mean you can't. No one is saying flat out no. They're saying it has to be modified, and you're just trying to go full steam ahead. Full steam. 400 pounds on a hex bar. Can't do a bodyweight squat. Sounds legit. So I'm trying to listen and respect those cues. That's the real growth here. Big heart, little heart. Okay, we're growing. We're definitely growing. Let me check if there's anything else. Oh, there's more. Oh gosh, there's more. It just keeps going. One last thought here. Oh, I hope so. I haven't had a bad flare since my last surgery, and I was beginning to believe I might never go through this again. Autoimmune disorders don't just go away. They can be managed better with a healthy diet, exercise, and proper treatments. emphasis on healthy diet. My reality is this will always be a possibility. Flares will happen, sometimes even when I'm trying to do everything right. It's hard to remember that it's not your fault, that your body is different. Oh, that is a loaded sentence there. That is a loaded sentence, because just imagine, had Anna never gotten to the size she's at, would some of these things never have been triggered? Would we even know? I mean, we don't know everything about lipedema. We don't know everything about autoimmune disorders. That's why they're so hard to manage, right? What if there's a tipping point? What if there's a tipping point of hormones or a level in your body that triggers these things to even start? What if it's, just kind of laying dormant in your body and then boom, something pushes that switch, right? I mean, we know that does happen. That's how a lot of things in health happen. But just what if? What if she ate herself to this point? What would she say then? That it's not her fault? Just a what if. And I know that sucks because a lot of people don't want to take fault in things with their body, because there are things that are outside of our control. 100%. Absolutely. I will never take that away from people. People are born with things, genetic things they cannot get away from. But autoimmune and things like lipedema, and there's so much we don't know. That's all I'm saying. There's so much we don't know. I would love to still be alive, at a time in science where we can pinpoint things more. We're getting there on a lot of things. But wouldn't it be crazy if we woke up one day and there was this breakthrough study that was like, yeah, once you get to this point, you did it. Like, there's no going back. I don't know. Anyway, that's stupid. People probably in the comments like, Lindsay, come in. You're a personal trainer. You're not a scientist. I know, fair. In case anyone is flaring today and feeling like they did something wrong, I see you. It truly is the worst part of living with chronic illness. When your body doesn't behave as expected, you can feel like a failure, even if it's not fully in your control. Fair. But again, going back to your emergency flare plan, a lot of that stuff should be in your daily. That might be part of your problem there, girl. Drink the water, eat the right foods, stay active, responsibly, slowly, things that aren't going to trigger things, do that. Is there anything else? Good night. Hold on. There is not. There is nothing else from the Instagram stories on the day of the great flare. Okay? I hope she's no longer flaring, because I really would like a fashion haul. Okay? What am I feeling? Okay, we did goth. We did Western. Okay, a lot of fringe, a lot of tassels. What do I want next? Torrid has been hitting my email box pretty regularly. I don't shop at Torrid, but since I creep on Torrid a lot, I've been getting a lot of emails. I did put my email in one time because I thought about buying some leggings, and then I backed out because I'm an Old Navy legging ride or die forever. Me and Old Navy together forever. Let's see. I'd like an activewear haul. That's kind of boring. Ooh, we're getting into fall. Maybe just an all-out fall haul. Yeah, fall haul. Fall haul. Fall haul. It rhymes. Let's do a fall haul. We totally missed the back-to-school boat, Glitter. You could have totally really hit home with the back-to-school girlies. Back-to-school content is popping, but now that's gone. Halloween, it's a little early still. I say fall haul. Lots of flannels, lots of denim. So the burnt oranges and the crispy yellows and the mustard yellow, so I can yell mustard every time you wear a yellow shirt. Ooh, it's a good time. I love fall. Anyway, that's all I have today. Wow, almost 25 minutes talking about flaring. It's a lot. What else? Anything else? Oh, I got some Alani taste tests coming up. They're probably the most boring content on the internet, but it's kind of fun, and I enjoy it. Brings some color and some pizzazz to my channel. A little something different. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. That's enough. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Okay, we've had a Houston, say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main B bus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by, 13. We're looking at it.